Have I just missed something with Phantom Revenge? So make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oscar. Have we all missed something? Is there something going on here in the background? You know, what is really going on with Phantom Revenge? It just has everybody so confused as to what has happened over the last couple of days. So, as you paid attention to on Market Watch, and I'm sure you did, if not, go back, take a look, Phantom Revenge, go watch the video. This set has kind of turned around. Boxes went from $35 up to $44. You've had a $9 gain over the last couple of days. Couple things here. One, we just turned about and we just entered into tax season. No matter what you think is going to happen in the market, there's always an abrupt turnaround every tax season. There is no... You had people file their taxes. I mean, it's crazy to me. People just like, oh, January 1st, file. Man, hey, I don't even know if you can do that. It's just, we turned about. We go into new year. People are like, all right, cool, new bankroll. Sell, 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 buy, buy, buy. Okay, there's that. People are also playing the biggest, coin flip of this block. And it is going to be, is Konami going to print support for these 3 decks that is going to suddenly make this product go from 0 to hero real fast? And that's what we've been kind of debating on here. That's been the whole argument this entire time, is when Cool Toon, when Hack of Hands, when Eniacraft all came into the meta, they all initially looked really bad. Though Cool Toon is basically running Genesis format at this point in time. That deck is cracked off its mind. I can't believe Konami didn't point it, but that's an entirely different story. All right, if you want to point the finger at one part of the game that's possibly doing something with Cool Toon to very much start, it's pretty much in that sector. It's not to say that Cool Toon already hasn't had a regional top, because it's had like 4 to 5 at this point in time. And also, Eniacraft's doing the same thing. You know how many people I've read through on social media were like, this deck is so bad. All right, you guys are bad for wanting to pick it up. Eniacraft is just the worst deck ever. And they're going la 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 la, and then it gets a regional top, and all of a sudden the room starts combusting into flames. Like, no, you shouldn't play Eniacraft because the deck is so bad. How do you guys do this? All right, you guys just might not know how to beat them out. It's so counterproductive to me to suddenly see that Eniacraft went from being this, this deck that is like, oh, this is dog shit, nobody wants to play this, to suddenly, it's the locals boogeyman, and it's got regional tops now. All right, so these decks are already, and that's another thing too. You can get an Eniacraft core with 3 whales for $33. The rest of the deck, dare I mind you, is nothing, all right? This isn't a deck that requires an extra deck. Oh, no, I got to go pick up some side deck cards, man. You have for the first time in a hot second, minus Mulcharmies, if you choose to play them, the Eniacraft core is nothing. You're looking at like a $30 to $40 budget deck. And the next thing that we're going to say here is, with these cards starting to go up in price, I give it, by the time this support releases, if it's good support, you're going to have the community, they're going to flip the script here, and they're going to say, oh my God, all these investors came through here and started buying up these cards, You have the opportunity right now, on January 2nd, 2026, you have the opportunity to pick up any of these deck cores for what I would consider a very reasonable price. And mind you, people are still going to flip the script on this. This is why we call it a coin flip, people. The reason why it's a coin flip is because if the new support is bonkers, this shit doubles. All right, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter to which of the 3 archetypes that this is actually going to happen to. But this is the thing. This is also what happens when people play the ban list. All right, and I've been guilty of this too. I bet on Nekroz one lists. I had people that sold me a Nekroz core. They're like, oh, it's going to get hit next list. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll pick it up if it gets hit. I mean, I finally get to play Nekroz. It's cool. Nekroz didn't get hit. Got the core for on the absolute low during the plummet during that list. And it's it's the same thing here. You know, you spin the dial here. You look at the same thing. You have multiple factors that are contributing to the market right now. One, ban list scare is very, very, very real right now. Like, it's the fact that this ban list is sitting wherever it's sitting right now. It could be February, it could be March. I don't know. All right, I don't work for Konami. The only thing I can tell you is certain people are sick of waiting on this list. They're looking at the new set because there's not a single thing in Phantom Revenge that's going to get hit. And if whatever support that they might dump into Blazing Dominion here, if they, I guess the coin flip here is, the coin flip of the coin flip says, well, we get support, but we did get the indirect support last set, so it has to make sense that they would slot support into a Blazing Dominion, which this is January. That leaves February, March, April. That leaves 3.5 months that we will be kind of seeing this set, you know, go into free fall. So, I mean, this will not be the only opportunity, I feel like, depending on how the support is, because you kind of reach this point where we have this discussion, we have the initial card reveals. If the cards are good, stuff spikes up. Over progression of probably February, middle of February, things probably will tend to calm down as people kind of forget things. Unless whatever support they make explodes any of the decks into tier 1 orbit. This is a lot of speculation, man. This is why I make these videos, to talk about every possible aspect that we can look at. If support comes in and it's good, this is what happens. If support comes in, it's mediocre, this is what happens. People with deeper pockets than you are already stepping up, and they are like, well, you know, $4.20 a case. I mean, can't really lose on this, you know. I can open it up, sell the high-end stuff. That's another thing, too, right now. High-end stuff is a very interesting topic of discussion because a lot of these CRs and a lot of these Starlight rares on these new archetypes feel very, very, very underestimated. It's actually, I think, the cheapest points that I have seen for bling in a very, very long time. Do I think the cards can go lower? Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, you could see, we're already seeing certain collectors where it's hitting, oh God, I think it was what, $8 for Ibatel or Yadel, one of the two. Was one of the cheapest points I have seen these cards hitting in a very, very long time. So, I mean, it is very possible that we see this dip down a lot more than we could actually expect them to. But, I mean, that's going to be another story for, you know, a later possible time here. So, your coin flip of the year to start off is going to be Phantom Revenge. People are going to be happy with this. People aren't going to be happy with it. I don't necessarily have an answer for you as to what's going to happen. The only things that look good right now are Enneacraft is $30 whole for the deck, which is crazy to me. Cool Tunes is definitely the most expensive. I think Hekahan's Jazas are $2, with the Hekahan spell card being a little bit more. I think the spell cards were $6 or $7 a piece. So Hekahan's is the one that kind of is the more interesting one, because like triple Jaza and triple Hekahan's spell itself, and that's about it. Oh, I guess Yadel and that have a little bit of value because they did give the deck, oh God, how many ultras? So many. So I mean, like, you're still looking at 50-ish for the core for Hekahan's. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. And also, Enneacraft's not a very user-friendly deck. So, like, if you're somebody that's playing on a budget, I don't think a lot of people are going to be happy with Enneacraft, because the deck does take a little bit of skill to play. And I know people just want to turn off their brains and be like, okay, cool, I want to spend $30 and play something a little bit easier. But unfortunately, it's not really the case. So, I don't have an answer for you right now on everything, but this is everything I've been noticing that's been happening with Phantom Revenge. So whether or not you consider that a positive or a negative, set's moving. So we'll see where it goes from here. I also don't know why people are so surprised to see this, because it's the kind of stuff that, you know, people jump at. $30 deck cores, people. I guess. Leave a comment down, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.